Yes, we have a recording.
We have a recording, America. Of course we have a recording, America, because it is New Year's Eve. Does that count?
Correct.
New Year's Eve.
We might run into New Year's Eve in about an hour and 10.
We probably will. Because he has a half a day from home and I'm off until Monday. So who gives a fuck? Anyway, it is IDD. I don't disagree. The redoubtable one, highly questionable. We are back. Hope you all had a great Christmas. This was, and I'm going to leave it short, worst Christmas I've had since my father died. I'm going to leave it at that. But it's over.
Yeah, it was a real Yahtzee.
Usually when Christmas is over, you're depressed. I'm actually relieved. That's how bad it was. Anyway, but the new year is upon us, and see, I'm afraid to ask this question because I think I know the answer. So, can it get any worse?
Depends on what we're talking
Depends on what we're talking about. But we're going to try to keep it positive because we are a sports talk show first and foremost, and we have a lot to talk about. Obviously, the big elephant in the room is the New England Patriots have won the AFC East for the first time since some guy, some guy back
Cream
there,
of some young guy,
some guy, some 7-time world champion, some guy,
some
was
slouch.
here, some slouch, some slacker.
Some stiff.
Some always late to the party, never gets his homework right.
Some grocery store deli clerk, nobody.
Just some, that guy. So anyway, they have broken the Bills. They won 5 in a row. That was so cute, Buffalo. You won 5 in a row. It's only 6 away from our 11, but I digress. And in those 5, how many Super Bowls? Oh, 0. Okay, so yeah. So really, what have they done? They have. I guess they held the seat warm. They had the seat warm. Thank you for doing that first. I appreciate that. The Patriots are back. Their quarterback is 23 years old. He is going nowhere. And he is playing with the experience of a 30-year-old. And not just any 30-year-old. He's playing with the experience of a 30-year-old Hall of Famer. Because honestly, no man this young should be this poised in the pocket with an offensive line that, let's be honest, it's better than it was. I wouldn't call it elite, would you?
No,
not at all.
Especially not with the injuries.
No, and then hopefully they're going to get some of these people back. But they took care of business on Saturday. It's the Jets. I'm not going to look. I'll give them credit for showing up and handling their business. We were missing 6 starters. We could have beat them with our second unit. The Jets are done. They're halfway to Bora Bora right now. I mean, I don't, and I don't blame them.
The Jets traded anybody with any talent on their defense.
It's gone. Yes, yeah.
I mean, that's an overstatement. They still have a couple guys, but they gutted that team on defense.
That game was over in the first quarter.
Oh, yeah.
It was over after the second drive, if we're being honest. Yeah. It was 14. It was like, this is over. It was over. It was so quick. It was so easy. I'm like, these guys aren't even here.
Yeah, it's 7-0. It was like,
Well, then at 14, they're like, oh.
and then I didn't see it, but apparently there was like a roughing the passer play that then Vrabel was like, fuck it, let's get him.
Oh, they pissed off the wrong guy. But look, they knew what they had to do.
They were already down 3 scores.
They knew what they had to do, and they did it. So I'll give them credit for that, and that's the mark of a good team. They didn't take them lightly. It wasn't a Donnybrook. It wasn't, and the Pats were missing 6 starters. So it could have been, but they didn't allow it. I should say Drake May didn't allow it. 5 touchdown passes in the first half. Okay.
Was he out by the third quarter?
He was out midway. When you're pulling your quarterback on the road with 8 minutes and 43 seconds to go
on the road
in the third quarter.
On the road, there's no Jets fans there.
It's still on the road. I mean, let me ask you a question. When's the last time, I don't care where you were, Sisters of the Poor, you saw that happen?
What?
That the visiting team pulled their starting quarterback with over half of the third quarter to go.
Oh,
I don't remember seeing the last time I saw that.
It was probably the last time somebody played the Jets in week 16.
Like maybe Tom Brady. But, and by the way, that's where...
I mean, let's be honest. You guys were missing 6 starters. I don't think there's a guy in the Jets that could start on the Patriots.
Breece Hall.
Maybe Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson could.
Garrett Wilson is playing right now. He's hurt.
Yeah, he could. But the Jets had... I don't look at it. I'm going to say this, and I can't stand the Jets, but I after 50 years of watching this embarrassment, I'm going to say this because, again, some of these Jets people, we never had a guy. You had Bill Parcells. Rick Ryan took you to back to, but you had coaches that were pretty competent. It wasn't like you haven't had competent coaches at all. Herm Edwards was pretty good back in the day, but it's the owner.
Yeah.
It's the fucking owner. The owner has to die. He's never going to say, this is Jerry Jones, Northeast. Yeah, with no success. Jerry at least won some Super Bowls way back when.
What's Woody's last name?
Johnson.
Woody Johnson.
And he is a bum. He is a bum. He's a rich bum, but he's a bum. He is proof that you can be a billionaire and be an asshole and be a loser. And trust me, there's more than enough examples to go around. Just go 2 hours
Look
north.
at the White House.
The White House. Yeah, go 2 hours north, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Exhibit A. But Woody Harrelson. He's a joke. Woody Harrelson. Woody Johnson needs to die. He needs to die.
Jesus.
He needs to die. And I got news for you. I would be willing to bet that if I polled 100 Jets fans on what needs to happen, I'll bet over half of them would say he needs to die because they know he's not going to sell. Because the first thing is, well, he should sell. Well, he's not going to.
Die or sell.
But die or sell. Die or sell.
We should have a segment called Die or Sell where we talk about the teams in the league that need to either be sold or have their own.
Well, I can think of two off the top of my head. So, and one of them is the one we're talking about. So, look. They took care of business, and I'm proud of them for that. They won the AFC East. That was not the goal, but it was a goal. And it's usually when these, and Bravel was a part of this. It was the first on a list of goals, so they got the first one.
Well,
Okay.
now's where it gets interesting because the entire year, the national audience has not taken the Patriots seriously,
And they still are.
no. The line is still they haven't played anybody. Even though they played their entire schedule, they beat tough teams on it. The one thing I'll give to the national audience is that somehow this fucking team lost to the goddamn Raiders. And
In week one.
I don't care when it was.
Week one.
That team is an atrocity.
Yep.
The other elephant in the room is the fact that the Giants lost out on the first pick in this year's draft. Because, and I don't really blame the Giants, there was no way to lose to that Raider team.
That's why I picked the Giants.
I mean, dear
how are the
God.
Giants losing to this?
Oh my God.
The Giants could put their practice squad out there and beat the Raiders.
Dude, I
They
mean,
could.
the Raiders were so obviously tanking.
Done.
And Geno Smith, what a fall from grace. After that nice kind of
This
recovery
man was a
in
Pro
Seattle.
Bowl quarterback.
Dude, in Seattle, he was
And
great.
a playoff quarterback, and they won a game. What the hell happened? Talk about falling off a cliff.
That's what I mean.
How do you fall off a cliff like
I
this?
mean, Jesus Christ, when you're throwing picks to the Giants, you know things are bad.
Yeah.
And Deontay Banks, a guy that's been an absolute disgrace this year, had a kickoff return for a touchdown.
Yeah.
The guy can barely get on the field to do his own job,
Yeah.
which is play corner,
Yeah.
let alone returning a touchdown. I mean, so as annoyed as I was that they fell out of the top pick, I didn't see any way they could have lost that game unless Jackson Dart was purposely throwing pick sixes.
Which would have been the only way.
Right, because
They
the
could have-
Raiders were not going to score.
Yeah, there was
was
no-
embarrassing.
and that's why I couldn't believe you picked the
I know,
Raiders.
dude. I was.
I know why you were picking.
I got annoyed
Yeah.
halfway through the day and was
I'm
like, "Fuck this."
I'm like, what? Why? I'm like, have you seen the Raiders? I'm like, this not.
No, but the thing is, I didn't
They-
realize that. But the Raiders had played decent the past couple weeks.
Look, they don't have.
They played the Texans tough,
They
23-21.
they did. They were in that game.
And I was like, all right, maybe they'll beat us.
I mean, but the thing about a team that's bad is some days they show up and some days they don't. They'll still find a way to lose.
Man.
It's a question of will they go down valiantly or will they go down without a fight? And this Sunday was the weekend they go down without
Dear
a fight.
God.
And I think they would because the thing is they fought the Texans tooth and nail and got nothing to show. They lost. So they're like, at this point, it's like number one pick.
Fuck it.
Number one pick.
Yeah.
So why would they,
But I mean, the players aren't thinking that. Half those
Oh.
players probably aren't even going to be there.
Let me explain something to you. They're thinking it. They already know it. They already know it. It doesn't matter. They're going to sit there in front of a microphone and tell you everything because they're all the right things because they don't want to say that because they'll get fired.
No, but I'm saying these guys are playing for jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Raiders don't have a bunch of studs out there. Half the fucking guys aren't going to be on that team.
When they when they traded or let go of Jacoby Myers, that was it.
No, the organization, yes.
That was it.
The players,
That was it.
I don't.
I right there, the Paul. That told me.
Here's my thing. The only reason I wanted the Giants to have the first pick was so that they could trade it.
Sure. Because you can get a ransom if a
Exactly.
team, and believe me, how many teams need a quarterback out there? You can get a king's ransom for the number one pick.
Well, the thing is, the
You
two
know.
main teams are the Jets and the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of needed the one so that they could fight over it.
Problem
And
is
potentially-
the Jets aren't going to win.
Exactly. And here's
Buffalo's
the
gonna
thing.
steamroll
If the
them.
Giants win,
Oh.
they could drop to like pick 7.
Buffalo knows that the Chargers are tanking this weekend because they can't catch Denver. So Herbert's already been declared out.
Mm-hmm.
So
Chargers make the playoffs.
Yeah, they're in. But they're going to be if Buffalo knows that if they win and because they can move to the 5 seed and play or the 6 seed and they can play Jacksonville at Jacksonville. That's a very winnable game for Buffalo in their mind.
Think so?
I would love to see it because I think Jacksonville
wins that
but
game.
I also know if Buffalo loses, they come to Foxborough.
Really?
And Buffalo doesn't want to come to Foxborough again. They know what I know. No Milton Williams last time. No Robert Spillane last time. Left sideline was there. They will all be back for the rematch.
You guys will finish off.
They will finish them off. The Pats were up 21-0 without those. This Buffalo isn't coming into Foxborough and winning again. I don't care what the Adam Schefters of the world say. They get paid to tell you that shit to get headlines. Adam Schefter knows the Patriots who they were missing. And they know who played the first time they played them in Buffalo when they beat them. And those guys will all be back.
No, but if you have to play them again, I actually like the fact that they blew a lead the first time.
Buffalo's not coming in here again.
Because you'd feel a little more nervous if the Pats just spanked them. And Buffalo had a tape to look at.
Adam Schefter clearly flunked history because the Patriots, remember the butt fumble, people? That was that year. The Jets came into Foxborough in a playoff game and beat the Pats 28-20. I was at that game. After the Pats bent them over 45-3 on Nash TV. That was the butt fumble game.
That was Scott.
Yep. Yeah. That was where Belichick benched Welker because of the whole foot joke thing and sent the Patriots on a
was that game?
That was all happened in that game.
Quarter?
First quarter. Bill Belichick in his infinite wisdom thought to himself, you know what I should do here? Just to make a point. I should bench my Pro Bowl receiver for a series, just to set the tone. Hey, nice work, Bill. Let's just throw it on the fire of all the things this fucking overrated coach has fucked up. That's another one. Okay,
so here you have
a fucking idiot.
Here you have one extreme, Bill Belichick benching guys that don't need to be benched. And then on the other extreme, you have Brian Daboll, who wouldn't sit down a fucking rookie who couldn't make a meeting on time.
Yeah.
And guess what? They benched the kid a couple times, and you know what's happened? He's playing great,
he's playing
Abdul
better.
Carter.
Yeah, he's playing better. Holy shit, who would have thought?
Fuck.
Hit him in the wallet.
Right.
Wow.
Well, you get the fucking kid in line. You make him see, hey, dude,
Yeah.
you fucking yourself.
Who the fuck are you? You're a rookie.
You're screwing yourself over.
You don't have a Pro Bowl under your belt. You don't have a playoff win. You got nothing.
And our team
Nothing.
sucks.
Yeah, nothing.
Because we spent the third pick on you.
And if you're the third pick in the draft, you're supposed to be an impact player year one.
Right.
Year one. This is why I kept saying to people, they were talking about, I think it was, I don't know whether it was Shador or somebody that was like, look if you're drafting someone in the top 5, that motherfucker is a day one starter.
Right. Has to be.
I am not drafting a top 5 player to sit him on a bench. I don't give a fuck. No, that guy has to be a starter.
It's almost like first round.
Yes, anybody in the first round, I would argue.
Yeah.
I would argue.
Now, I know if you take a quarterback late first round, sometimes no. But, look at the Giants this year. They should have started Jackson Dart week 1.
They should have.
There was no reason to have him sit behind Russell Wilson, who was playing with himself out there.
Mm-hmm.
For
the Dallas game aside, but that's Dallas.
Right, but Jackson Dart probably would have been.
Look, if there's one thing we can all take joy is for the 31st year in a row, the Dallas Cowboys mean nothing. Well, once again, they mean nothing.
We play Dallas this weekend.
Yeah,
and I hope we lose.
I don't think Dak's going to play.
Oh, my God.
He's going to play.
We're going to get the 7th pick.
Yeah. You are.
We had one of the shittiest seasons of all time, and we're going to pick 7.
Now, to be fair, I think they've got the quarterback, the running back, the receiver. They've got that who's the other guy there? Burns. They've got a good front 4. If the kid Carter takes his head out of his ass, he's very talented. You at the 7th pick can get another starter, another need, and fill you can get a starter. You can.
No, it'd just be nice.
You can.
It'd just be nice to have one or two.
You can get another
trade
stud
back and get a couple more
at 7. You can get the best receiver in the draft to go with Neighbors.
No.
You could do
best
that.
receiver in the draft is going to go top 5.
Who is it?
I think is it Tate?
I don't know. There's a lot of them though. There's a lot of good receivers out there.
I was listening to the radio the other day.
You could get a shutdown corner. You can get an impact player at 7. Yes, you can. It's been done many times. So I'm not as long as
I would just rather have 10, 1 or 2 traded.
Well, if you get 1 or 2, you're getting multiple picks.
Right.
That's what. Yeah,
if you can trade it.
Yeah, I get it. But the Giants are too stupid to do that, and so partly because the GM is an idiot. So and yet he will somehow retain his job.
That's embarrassing.
So they better get the right coach. They better get the right coach. That's all I can say.
That's all it comes
That's
down
all I can say. They better get the right coach. But as far as the Patriots are concerned, Miami comes to town this weekend. We know what the Dolphins do in 40 degrees or lower, and Tua is out. So the Pats do have to win that game to maintain the 2 seed, because they do have Jacksonville breathing down their neck right now, and they do have who's the other one that's 11-4 or whatever. There's another one.
Houston?
It might be Houston's 11-5. They can't catch them. Jacksonville can. So they have to win this game. Now they should win it. It's at home. No Tua. 20 degrees. The Dolphins don't flourish in this kind of situation. They never have. So the Patriots should, and the Pats should have Milton Williams back, as well as Will Campbell. So they should take care of business this Sunday. Hopefully, the key is get it done and get May and the power out of there as fast as you can so nobody gets hurt. Because that's the thing, is get the win and get out of Dodge, get nobody hurt. That's the big thing. Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that. But look, they're in a good spot. They're way ahead of schedule. I did follow up on what he had accused me of, 14-3. He was right about that. I forgot about that. So I did say 14 about the Pats' schedule, 14-3 when I first looked at it. So
who said that?
Me. You remembered it that I said it when we first looked at the schedules, and I didn't believe you. But then I went back and looked it up, and yes, I said it was in the summertime. So I forget the date, but I can pull it back up. He was
Look
right.
at me with the memory.
Yeah, he remembered it. I forgot it, probably because of all the gummies I've had. They could be 14-3. Nobody, except for me, who I'll take.
That's right. You said nobody predicted this, and I was like, you did.
Yeah, I did. But I did that without looking at the depth.
Then you walked it back.
I walked to 12 because I didn't believe in the depth of their roster. I was actually proven right about that, because they don't have depth on the defense. They lost those 2 guys. Everybody's been running over them. Now, fortunately for them, they've been good enough offensively to overcome it.
And then I picked the Giants 4 to 5 wins, and then you convinced me they were going to be good, and then I think I said fucking 7.
I didn't know Malik Neighbors was going to go down. I didn't know you were going to lose Scatterbo. I didn't know.
We didn't even know Scatterbo was going to be good.
Well, no, he was a nice surprise, but he got hurt too. You lost him for the season, like at mid-season. So that was
Abdul Carter was going to be a no-show.
We didn't know that either. I was so happy that you got him. I thought he was going to be, and he may still turn out to be that way.
I did know Brian Daboll was going to be a shit show.
You called that one?
I knew that.
Did you call him being fired during the season though? I thought you did. I thought you said you didn't know if he'd make it. If they started out slow, you didn't know if he'd make it through the season. I'm like, that's going to do that, but they did.
I thought they were going to fire Shane at the end of the year, the GM.
They may still fire him,
but reports are acting like no. Remember, because at the end of last season, the reporters asked John Mara, the Giants owner, what do you have to see next year for this regime to continue? Once he said they're safe, and he said, I'll have to be in a much better mood this time next year. Could he be?
Is he in a better mood?
How
could you be in a better mood right now? You have a worse record than you had last year.
Yeah.
And you've added talent.
Yeah.
Like significant talent.
Yeah,
you have a franchise quarterback, I believe. I think you have a franchise running back. Okay, so you've added to this roster. Your front four is among, I don't care, it's because your coordinator's an idiot doesn't mean you don't have talent outside the ball.
Yeah.
I would love to see what fucking the guy Sala would do with that, the San Fran coordinator would do with that front four. I mean, I'm telling you, there's a few guys out there I'd like to see. Rex Ryan, what would he do with it? I'm telling you. I think they're being wasted. So they've got to get this right. Yeah. Whoever is calling this shot can't miss on the coaching staff. You can't do it. You just can't. To me, that's everything. If they get the right coaching staff, they could be a playoff team next year. I firmly believe that. That's before you even get into the draft. That's assuming the guys that are hurt come back healthy, which I believe they will. But you have to hit on the coaching staff.
Yeah.
You have to. And I don't even know who's out there now, because although Pittsburgh did lose to Cleveland.
That was
someone explain this to me. Someone explain. Was this so simple as DK Metcalf got suspended? They haven't thrown him all fucking year.
He's an idiot.
Like what? Yes, he is an idiot.
He's a real idiot.
And Mike Tomlin, look at you don't sit there and go, I back him. You don't, because first of all, if you say you don't condone it, then you can't be backing him.
Yeah.
You can't be. That's the classic. This side of my mouth and that side of my mouth. I don't condone it.
Okay,
but I back him.
What the story is, a fan called him the N-word.
That's the story. Fan denies it. I don't know. I wasn't there. He could have.
My thing is, like, look, that guy's a racist piece of shit if he did it. But why would you let him take you out of your fucking? Yeah. Now you can't do what you love.
Even Bergeron couldn't believe it.
Oh, Bergeron was like,
Bergeron's like, what are you doing? Bergeron's so above that. He would never.
It's like, dude, that guy is a dumbass piece of shit.
Yes, he is.
Have him removed.
Yep. You report it.
Tell him to fuck off.
You report it.
But don't let him ruin what you're doing.
Yes. You took yourself out of the game. By the way, is he suspended for 2 games?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He doesn't play this Sunday.
Now they're going up against Baltimore.
They lose this game. They're out. And then what's he going to look like?
And that racist idiot
wins.
That sucks.
It sucks.
It really sucks.
And
look, I don't know what it's like to be called that word or what it would feel like.
No.
But DK, my God, dude.
DK, you are a multi-millionaire.
Fuck that guy.
With a Hall of Fame career nipping at your nose.
Fuck that.
Why would you let this white piece of trash, let me say this again for the slow people, this white piece of trash, okay, he is beneath you in every way. The fact that if he said this, he would yell that out in public tells you what a sample on the shit stain of humanity that he is. He's please.
Let him be.
Let him be. You let him win. And by the way, unless someone picked it up on audio, it's his word against yours.
Right.
Nobody else apparently heard it that I know of, unless somebody comes forward in the front row there and says, yeah, this son of a bitch said that.
Right.
And then maybe that happens. I don't know. But he's cost you 2 game checks and possibly a postseason berth. Yeah. And that's not a fair trade, DK.
No.
It's just not a fair trade.
No.
So,
And it happens. I mean, you let your anger get the best of it. It just really sucks, man, because it's just...
You can be mad about it.
Yeah.
What you can't do is respond. Because when you respond, you're letting them know that they're getting to you.
He hurt himself.
You let them know that he got to you. He did. He got to you.
I mean, he should have at least gotten a good shot on the guy.
Yeah, it wasn't even a good shot.
He just kind of like...
could you have at least knocked out a tooth? Something?
He should have pulled him down and beat
the bag out of him. Pull a terrier. This is why I love hockey players. This is why when the Bruins is back and they terrier around, you don't know this, but this guy said something.
Is that when he was in the penalty box?
He came out. He took his own boot and he beat him with his boot. Like that's what you're gonna do. If you're gonna get suspended,
you're gonna get 2 games.
You might make it.
Pull him down.
Beat the bag out of him. Like earn it. Don't graze his chin with a fuck. No.
Yeah, that wasn't worth it.
No, that wasn't worth it at all. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, DK. I can't stand the Steelers and I feel bad for you. But again, you let this guy get to you.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to be a professional. And look at, again, he's right. I can't relate to this. I can't. No one's ever said anything that would offend me like that.
Right. Exactly.
So I can't relate to him on that level. What I do know is this. He's a professional. He's supposed to be able to handle hostile fan bases because they happen everywhere you go. They don't always say shit like that, but they're pretty mean and nasty. They are. Okay?
Well, you've ever played in Philly.
I mean, you gotta be able to deal with it. You gotta be able to deal with it. And now, if you guys go down to Baltimore because of this, oh God. And you lose a postseason berth.
Should probably beat Baltimore.
They should have won the division. Actually, the first game, remember Baltimore, that touchdown got called back. That was a touchdown and got dropped in the end zone. Remember the one that we argued was it a touchdown? Was it not?
Well, he took like 3 steps.
3 steps and caught it, but apparently he didn't make the 5th move. They should have lost. They should have lost that game right there. So maybe this is karma. Maybe this is justice. I don't know.
Is Lamar playing?
I don't know. I would assume he is.
Because you said he didn't play last week.
He didn't play last week, but I think it was more of they wanted to wait because they didn't know if they want to beat the Packers. They wanted, if they beat the Packers, okay. But or if they lost, they just shut him down. But he may play. I don't know. We'll find out. I mean,
because they didn't know if the Steelers were going to win.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to do a show before the weekend. We will after the new year to do our predictions and shit. But
meaningful games are Saturday.
I mean, lastly, before we take a break here before the second segment, I will say this. In terms of the Patriots, and Tommy brought this up about the strength of schedule. If in lieu of the strength of schedule, there is one other denominator, it's common opponents. The team that everybody keeps saying is the most complete team in football is the Los Angeles Rams. Really? That's very interesting. Because the Rams, in 2 of the last weeks, have now lost to 2 teams that the Patriots beat. And one of them they bent over, the Carolina Panthers. I mean, they bent them over. That was the definition of a bumble.
Did you guys beat the Falcons?
Yes, we did. We beat the Falcons down in Atlanta. And they lost to them, and the Falcons weren't playing for anything.
Yeah.
Now, you can sit there and tell me, well, they didn't have Devontae Adams. Okay.
The Patriots don't have
The
Devontae.
Patriots don't have Devontae Adams either, or anybody as good
Or
as him.
Puka Nacua.
Or Puka Nacua, for that matter. So,
Or Kai. Well, they do.
No,
The running backs
I think the running backs are probably better there. But I mean, the point is that the Falcons, when the Patriots played them, were in first place. They were playing for something. They weren't playing for anything Monday night other than pride. You were playing for a 1 seed. And Mr. MVP threw not one, but 2 horrific picks.
Yeah.
So now look, as far as this MVP thing goes, I don't care. I don't really want Drake May to win this because I can't remember the last time a guy won the league MVP and won the Super Bowl in the same year. I don't remember the last time it happened. It's been a minute. Brady hasn't done it. Holmes hasn't done it. Roethlisberger, none of them have done it. So I don't know the last time it actually happened. So this wouldn't bode well for him anyway. So I hope they give it to what's his name? But he's not helping his case. Because he has shit the bed in 3 of the last 4 games for the Rams. He really has. So
who else is even up there?
Josh Allen is up there. He's probably third. But I don't see how he overtakes May because May right now, they put their numbers. Actually, I sent it to Tom. I mean, he has more yards. Stafford has thrown more touchdown passes. They have the same amount of interceptions, but he has a higher completion percentage than Stafford. He has a higher QB rating than Stafford. And Dan Orlovsky, who blows Stafford every chance he gets. It's amazing he can talk with all the jizz in his mouth when it comes to Matthew Stafford. That's some serious. See, that's experience.
He always calls him Matthew.
Yeah, well, he says what he goes.
Like, now, when Matthew takes, it's just like, dude, Matthew.
Yeah, the problem is that you can't shit the bed against 2 teams the Patriots beat. Okay. And then tell me he's better than the other guy.
Yeah.
Like that. And if you're going to sit there and say Seattle, I'll say, okay, well, Buffalo. So there you go. You want to say San Francisco, okay, who's been banged up most of the year, I might add. By the way, coach of the year, if it's not Mike Vrabel, it might be Shanahan. Because the Niners had more injuries than anybody. The fact they're standing here, they could be the 1 seed.
Yeah.
If they beat Seattle, the road goes through San Francisco. And by the way, the Super Bowl's in San Francisco. They made it
on Sunday in San Fran?
Yeah, it is. And San Fran already beat them in Seattle earlier in the year. Mac Jones.
They can win that game.
They can win that game. Yeah. They can totally win that game. And by the way, they're getting healthy. San Fran's getting everybody back. They're getting healthy. So the road could end up going right through San Francisco. And if that's the case...
That'd be wild because they look like dog shit early in the year.
By the way, they had an easier schedule than the Patriots. San Fran.
The Niners?
Yeah.
Wow.
On paper, when the season started.
I remember when they played the fucking Giants.
Yeah. They had an easier schedule. No one's talking about them having an easy schedule now. No. So if you're going to make that claim about how the Pats had a tougher schedule, it would help you, Dan Orlovsky, if your client beats the common opponents instead of losing to them. Because that right there throws a huge pile of water on your little, fire of an argument here. Just throws a whole thing of water over it. So, and again, if it was just Carolina, okay, but now Atlanta, who was playing for nothing, you can't throw Devontae Adams at me. That's not going to get you out of jail. It's just not. It's not. So anyway.
Who's the 1 seed in the AFC right now?
It's Denver, and they're going to win it because the Chargers aren't going to play Herbert. They can't catch him. The Chargers lost to the Texans 20-16. So, I mean, to me, the most dangerous team in the AFC is the Texans, not the Patriots. It's the Texans. The Patriots.
Chargers would not be a fun team to play in the playoffs either. I don't think.
I'll tell you right now. If the Chargers have to come across the country and play in Foxborough, I will bet.
Is that a possibility?
Because what I was leading to is if the Chargers lose and the Bills win, they flip seats and we get the Chargers and the Bills
will beat the Chargers.
Yes, because they're not coming to Foxborough from Los Angeles in a dome to the cold and they're competing. I'll bet the Patriots all day on that one. All day, every day.
Yeah.
So I would rather see them than Buffalo.
Herbert's good though, man.
He is good, but is he good in cold weather?
Guess we'll see. Do they play in Denver? Oh, he's not playing.
He's not playing this weekend because they can't catch them.
That's smart. He's banged up.
He's banged up. That's it. He's banged up. I mean, they've got to give him an extra week to get ready for the Patriots. So that's what they're doing. And it's a smart move. I would do the same thing if I were them. I don't blame them. But if they're going to come all the way across the country and leave palm trees for a foot of snow,
Look good.
I'm going to favor the Patriots, and the Patriots I think have the better defense when healthy. I think the Pats defense will also be healthy at that point. I think they're going to have. I know they're going to have Milton Williams back, and they may have Spillane back. The linebacker. Everybody's forgetting about Robert Spillane, the middle linebacker. He was going to be a Pro Bowler. He had 97 tackles when he got hurt. That was 6 weeks ago.
Damn.
He would have like 150 tackles if he hadn't gotten hurt. So they haven't had him either. Okay, and if they're going to get those two back, I like the Pats' chances with everybody. If those two are healthy, because their run defense was the best in football before those two went down. And by the way, on that list of backs they held in check, Bijan Robinson, who just ran all over the Rams. He ran all over them.
93-yard touchdown.
Yeah, he bent the Rams over. Well, yeah, 260. No, he had 365 yards of total offense.
Oh, I thought it was 229.
That was rushing.
Oh, that was just rushing?
Just rushing. He had 100-something yards receiving.
Jesus
he
Christ.
bent them over. The Patriots locked him up when they were healthy. Yeah, they also locked up Cook from Buffalo when he had 59 yards rushing against in the first game. So the Patriots' run defense is stout when it's healthy.
Yeah.
It's stout. And that, to me, will be the biggest thing about how far they go. Those two guys have got to be back.
Yeah.
They've got to be back.
What's the word on them?
They're both off IR and practicing this week. I think they're going to play against the Dolphins. I think they're going to get some reps.
A little tune-up.
Well, you don't want their first game back to be 6 weeks and you're in a playoff game. No. This is the perfect scenario. You play them a half against Miami or whatever and get them back acclimated, and then you pull them if you do what you're supposed to do. I mean, Miami's not playing for anything but a draft pick right now, aren't they?
They played good last weekend.
They did. But who are they playing?
Who were they playing?
Who are they playing?
It was actually somebody decent.
Was it?
Fuck. Because Quinn Ewers was throwing the ball all over the place. Who the fuck was it?
I don't know.
Did they beat the Jags?
No, they beat the Jags.
Who the fuck were they playing?
We'll find out. Well, we do have technology in America.
We do have the gurgle.
We do have this. Let me see here. Do I have ESPN up? By the way, is anyone picking up Travion Diggs for the playoff push? Cowboys released him.
No way.
Yeah, he's released.
No, I mean nobody's picking him up.
No? Interesting. Interesting. They beat the Buccaneers.
Bucks. I'm kind of souring on the Bucks.
Oh, you're kind of souring on them.
Yeah, I mean,
they're 7-8. They have literally
for the past 6
weeks. They were the team that we thought if they get everybody back, look out. Well, they got everybody back, and it was
and I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Oh dear,
Yahtzee. Yahtzee.
Kind of like the steam on my dog left in the kitchen last night. Ooh, Yahtzee. That loaf was half the size of my dog. It was half. I was like, that's not my dog. That was a mountain lion. Who let the mountain lion in the back door? Anyway, yeah, that was the size of the loafie that the Buccaneers laid on Sunday.
What the hell happened to that?
I don't know.
I mean, we were talking about Mayfield. We were talking about how great of a coach Todd Bowles is, all those young receivers. And
I never thought Bowles was a great coach. That was a great defensive coordinator. But May was playing so well.
Yeah, I mean,
And you're like, if he gets his receivers back, well, he got them back. And they totally flushed. They loafed. I mean, I guess we'll come back for segment 2. We'll talk about biggest disappointments when we get back because they're going to be up there along with the Detroit Lions and some others, but along with Kansas City and shit. We'll talk about that in segment 2. But I will say this: the Dolphins did play hard, but I mean, the Buccaneers have been going the wrong way for a month, so they caught them, I think, at the right time. They're not catching the Patriots at the right time. They're not. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, we'll come back to segment 2. We're going to go find Big Pipey. It's been a minute.
It's that kind of day.
But he's in the on deck circle. He's taking a few cuts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find Big Pipey.
He's got the donut on the bat.
He's got the donut on the bat. I don't know. If you're standing out in left center field right now, you might want to duck.
Put your glove on.
Might want to duck. Segment 2.
Put a glove on.
Segment 2. Coming right up.